Hello everyone, welcome back to the Blue Team training series brought to you by HackerSploit and Linode. In this video, we're going to be exploring threat detection with Wazuh. So let's get started by getting an overview of what we'll be covering in this video. All right, so we're going to start off by getting an introduction to Wazuh, sort of understanding what it is and what it can do and how it works. We'll then move on to deploying Wazuh. And more specifically, we'll be exploring the process of deploying it on Linode because Linode has a cloud template that you can use, or a cloud image rather, that you can use to easily set up Wazuh without having to go through the complicated installation process. Because as you learn in a couple of seconds, Wazuh is built on top of the Elk stack, and I'll try and explain a little bit as to what that is. We'll then take a look at how to set up the Wazuh agents or a Wazuh agent on the operating systems that we would like to protect. And of course, we'll be ending the video by taking a look at how to use Wazuh for threat detection, response, and of course, vulnerability detection. All right, so if you've never heard of Wazuh, I don't blame you, but it really is one of the most powerful tools for a security engineer or for the Blue Team, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes. All right, so the prerequisites are the same as the previous video where we covered, how to set up and how to use Snort for intrusion detection. So let's get an introduction as to what Wazuh is. All right, so Wazuh is a free and open source platform that is used for threat detection, prevention, and response. It is typically used to protect networks, virtualized environments, containers, and cloud environments. So literally any computer or device can be protected with Wazuh. So in the context of Blue Team operations, Wazuh is a SIEM, or a Security Information Event Management System. You should be familiar with that if you are in the Blue Team. That is used to collect, analyze, aggregate, index, and analyze security-related data, consequently allowing you to detect intrusions, attacks, vulnerabilities, and/or malicious activity. All right, so in the context of Blue Team operations, a SIEM essentially displays, a ton of data, or it essentially aggregates or gets data from various sources, from log files, it's primarily log files, but it gets data from other devices and sensors, and it aggregates it and analyzes it, and then, presents that data to the security engineer. And the way the data is presented is relative to to a particular security event or a vulnerability or an attack. So the objective of a SIEM is to essentially tell a security engineer there's something going on this system. This is what happened. This is where the attack originated from. This system suffers from a vulnerability. This looks like malicious or suspicious activity, etc., etc. So in this video, we'll be focusing on how to use Wazuh to monitor security events and identify vulnerabilities on the actual systems that we're protecting. In this case, I'll just be calling them agents. Now, as I say this, it's very important to realize or to understand that Wazuh has a ton of features, which is absolutely fantastic, which is why I actually wanted to cover this particular tool. All right, so this is just a very small list of features that Wazuh essentially provides users with, or security engineers with. So firstly, you have security analytics, intrusion detection, log data analysis, file integrity monitoring, vulnerability detection, incident response, cloud security, container security, and you also have regulatory compliance. So there's a ton of stuff that it offers, and I'll be touching upon each of these features, but I'll be delving deeper into the actual setup process and how to get everything running, sort of giving you an overview of the interface, showing you how to essentially view your alerts using a few filters, so that you essentially become functional with Wazuh and understand what's going on the dashboard. So how does Wazuh work? All right, so Wazuh consists of the following components. You have your agent. All right, so if you've never utilized a client server model when it comes down to vulnerability management, an agent is essentially a cross-platform endpoint security agent or program that is installed on the system or host that you'd like to monitor. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to secure my home network, right? So that means every device or every computer on my home network, I would need to install an agent on it in order to essentially, in order for me to essentially communicate with the Wazuh server, which is the next component. All right, so the Wazuh server analyzes the data received from the Wazuh agents. It processes this data and it matches it against rule sets to identify indicators of compromise and generally speaking security events. So for example, once if I install the Wazuh agent on a Windows system and I configure it to connect to my Wazuh server, and I can just have that agent running on the system. If I make any changes, like I create a new user, or I try and I just do anything that requires any administrative privileges, that information will be logged as a security event on Wazuh, and you'll be able to essentially see what's going on. And as you can obviously tell, this is very important for larger or medium to large organizations, primarily because they have tons of computers that they own or the company owns, and they would like to know what's going on those computers. They would like to identify attacks or intrusions, and that is done through indicators of compromise. So again, this will make sense as we progress. We then have the Elastic Stack. All right, so the Elastic Stack displays and indexes the alerts generated by the Wazuh server and provides users with robust data visualization and analysis functionality. So if you're not familiar with the ELK stack, it's really very simple to understand. So the Elastic Stack, or also known as the ELK stack, is essentially the combination of three open source projects, one being Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. All right, so Elasticsearch is a search and analytics engine. Logstash is a server-side data processing pipeline that ingests data from multiple sources simultaneously, and of course, it then sends it to a stash like Elasticsearch. Kibana lets users visualize data with charts and graphs in Elasticsearch. So Wazuh is built on top of the ELK stack to facilitate, as I said, the actual analytics engine. So Elasticsearch handles the analytics, Logstash handles the actual data processing pipeline, and essentially gets data from multiple sources simultaneously. And Kibana lets you visualize this data in the form of a chart or graph. All right, so that's the Elastic Stack, also known as the ELK stack. Now, one really cool feature of Wazuh is that it can also be used to monitor devices like networking equipment that cannot run the Wazuh agent. This works by essentially getting these devices like routers. They could be specific networking, network devices like firewalls. So the way you can get this to work is by having them log their data and then essentially transferring those logs or automating the process of having those logs synchronized to the actual Wazuh server for analysis. So you don't really need to install the agent, but it is extremely useful for additional functionality. So how does Wazuh work? So this diagram is from the Wazuh website, which we will actually be referring to throughout this video because their documentation really is fantastic. So as you can see right over here, you have your Wazuh agent. This is what you install on the devices that you'd like to protect. The Wazuh agent consists of various modules and the actual daemon, right? So the daemon is responsible for encryption, module management, remote configuration, and server authentication. And then the modules available are active response, command execution, configuration assessment, cloud security, container security, log collection, malware detection, system inventory. So all of these modules are used to get all of the relevant information back into the Wazuh server for analysis. And you might be asking yourself the question, why is all of this data important? Why do we need to, to essentially have a configuration assessment? Well, from the perspective of a security engineer, the configuration assessment module allows you to essentially run a configuration check to identify weaknesses or vulnerabilities that could potentially be exploited by attackers. In the case of log collection, that is pretty much self-explanatory. Logs are very useful in telling you what's going on that operating system. So if we go back to the example, if I install the Wazuh agent on a Windows system and the log collection module is enabled and running, then that means that pretty much everything from the Windows event log is being logged and sent back to the Wazuh server for analysis. And the Windows event log pretty much tells me as a security engineer what's going on that operating system. Furthermore, and this is very important, Wazuh just doesn't display all of these logs for you. It goes through the actual processing engine, right? And all of these events or logs, if you will, are matched against rule sets, and if they are found to be malicious, or if they actually are malicious in a way, or are actually referring to, or indicating, or are indicators of compromise, then that is really all the information that's the only information that's being displayed to you. So we're primarily interested in security events, or events related to security issues or exploits or malware. You get the idea, right? So as you can see on the Wazuh server, this goes the actual connection from the Wazuh agent comes into the agent connection service. That goes into the analysis engine for decoding and rule matching and correlation and enrichment. So this can be used for threat intelligence, vulnerability detection, and of course regulatory compliance. And then of course you have the actual agent registration service, which is only used when you're actually setting up a new agent. And you then have, of course, the raw data events, security alerts, and this goes into Elasticsearch. So this is the Elastic stack, whereby you have Kibana, and you have the Elasticsearch. You have Elasticsearch there. So Kibana provides us with the actual web user interface through the Wazuh plugin. You have the query language, and you can, of course, create visualizations and dashboards. Elasticsearch provides you the search engine, data analytics, long-term storage, security alerts, etc. So it's really very simple to understand. Now, in our case, let me just head over to the next slide. This is the lab environment that I'm going to be using. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, I will be setting up or deploying a Wazuh server that Linode already has a cloud image for, that essentially will set up everything for you. Because as I said, the process of setting up Wazuh can be quite time consuming and confusing. And ideally, what I want these videos to be focused on is the actual usage of the tool, and actually showing you how it works, and how to navigate around the interface in the case of Wazuh. So this is going to be set up on the cloud. As I said, Linode's cloud image is essentially an all-in-one deployment, whereby you have Wazuh running on the Elk stack, and everything is pretty much good to go. All you need to do is just open up Linode, go ahead and create a new Linode, and you specify the actual system resources, and you give it a couple of minutes to set up. Once that is done, you can access the actual Wazuh interface directly from your browser. So in my internal network, I'm going to have the very basic infrastructure here. I'm going to have a Windows 7 virtual machine, or just a Windows 7 system. It doesn't really matter, how it's deployed. And then, of course, we're going to have a Linux server that I'll also host on the cloud, but I've just put it in here for the purpose of simplicity. And I then have the attacker system where, I'm going to be trying different types of attacks. And in this case, it's not really going to be necessary, but I have already set up a Wazuh server for a very important reason that I'll get to in a second. Now, if you see the Wazuh icon next to any of these systems, then it means that we're going to be installing the agents on them, or the Wazuh agent on it, which means that all of these systems, the Wazuh agent is going to send all the information from these systems back to the Wazuh server, so that we get the actual we actually get an idea as to what's going on these operating systems from the perspective of a security engineer. All right, now let's talk a little bit about deploying Wazuh, because as per the official documentation, Wazuh can be deployed in two ways. So you have the all-in-one option, or a distributed infrastructure. So as for the all-in-one option, this is whereby the Wazuh server and the Elk stack are installed and configured on the same system or on the same server. That's what we're going for. And if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend installing everything on one server. Now, one of the really cool things that Wazuh does is it provides users with a pre-built all-in-one OVA file or a virtual machine file that you can set up on your local network. So if you have VirtualBox and you want to try out Wazuh, you can download the OVA file, import it, and you'll have Wazuh on your network, and you can then use it and learn how to use it on your local network. That is really, really very simple. You then have the distributed deployment option, where each component is set up on a separate server. This is typically suitable for large environments for the purpose of scalability. So in this case, you would have the Wazuh server running on its own server. You then have the Elk stack running on another server. And the reason as to why you would want to do this is, as I said, for scalability purposes. And the fact that you can essentially, you can tweak or fine-tune performance based on your own requirements. So in our case, because we're only going to have, maybe 1 or 2 agents, we really don't need to use the distributed model. We're going to be using the all-in-one option, that is provided to us by Linode. So just going through what agents are. Wazuh agents are lightweight cross-platform agents that are used for endpoint security and connect to the Wazuh server, and consequently send all the logs and all the information back to the Wazuh server for analysis and of course rule matching, and those are then displayed or presented to the security engineer on the actual Wazuh web interface. If you want to learn more about how to deploy Wazuh, how to install it, you can take a look at the official Wazuh documentation repository. It really is fantastic. I just want to take a couple of moments to thank our Patreons. Thank you Michael Hubbard, Dustin Umpress, Jerry Speds, Doozy, Sid Saab, Ryan Carr, Shamir Douglas, Jojo Bibi, Balangos, Kush Kev, RS, Nino Buikov, and David Bricker. You guys are really awesome. Thank you very much for supporting us, and you guys make these types of videos possible. So we really appreciate it, and we look forward to producing even more high quality content.